Welcome to the Sage Quest, the ultimate gamified learning tool that turns WGU competencies into epic quests you'll actually love conquering. Master every competency, level up your future. Start your Sage Quest at www.thesagequest.com.
Welcome to the floor. Today is your first day, and as you can hear from the hum of the machinery, this place never really stops. My job is to show you how a global distribution center works, from the physical shelves right down to the data driving every move. Before a single box leaves this building, we have to follow a strict set of global safety rules. This guide lists our main focus areas, like biological safety standards. These rules ensure that a crate of fruit doesn't accidentally carry an invasive beetle into a new country, or that food products aren't contaminated before they reach a family's table. We also have to follow fair play rules. Essentially, we have to treat every trade partner's goods with the exact same standard of care we use for our own local products. To keep those international promises, every label and inspection on this floor has to be handled with 100% accuracy. If an uninspected shipment carries a hidden pest or mislabeled chemical across a border, it can wipe out a region's crops or endanger public health. One small oversight in warehouse documentation can lead to a massive environmental or safety disaster. Global trade relies on our ability to manage the data behind these boxes. By keeping perfect records and following these safety checks, we make sure our shipments aren't seized by customs and our business stays moving. Let's step up to the catwalk for a bird's eye view. From here, you can see the entire floor is organized into specific zones. Think about how you organize your kitchen pantry. You keep the cereal you eat every morning right at the front where it's easy to grab, but the heavy roasting pan you only use for the holidays goes on the highest, furthest shelf. This list shows the core role of a distribution center. One of our main jobs is to organize everything based on how quickly it sells. We prioritize the items that fly off the shelf to make sure the warehouse runs as efficiently as possible. This diagram shows our hot zones right next to the loading docks. We keep them close so our team spends less time walking. Now, look at the cold zones at the back. These are for slow-moving items, saving the front space for popular products. Grouping items by how fast they move turns a massive room into a high-speed engine. It's the first step in a successful supply chain. Now let's look at how we actually grab those items. If you were picking orders manually, you'd be walking miles of aisles with a cart. But in a modern facility, we use technology to do the heavy lifting. These are mobile robots. Instead of a person walking, the robot slides underneath, lifts the entire shelf, and carries it to a fixed station. Once an item is packed, it heads to our automated sorting system. We have to make sure thousands of packages an hour end up on the right truck for the right part of the world. As the boxes move down the line, this industrial laser scans the label in a fraction of a second. It tells the mechanical arms exactly which chute to use, so the package reaches the correct regional loading dock. We also group smaller items into unit loads, like a single wrapped pallet. Moving one standardized pallet instead of 50 loose boxes helps us use every inch of a shipping container and prevents items from getting lost. This automation isn't just for show. It provides the exactness we need to keep our local warehouse in sync with a massive global shipping network. Let's head into the office. To keep this floor running, we have to understand the literal cost of every move we make. Traditional accounting is like one giant bucket. It takes the total cost of the building, rent, power, and labor, and divides it equally across all products. This makes it impossible to see which actions are actually efficient and which are wasting money. That's why we use activity-based costing. We track the cost of every touch, storing a pallet or picking a box. This reveals our cost to serve. If a customer requires extra delicate handling or special routes, we know exactly how it impacts our bottom line. When we can see those specific costs, we can fix the processes that are too expensive or move our resources to where they do the most good. Knowing the price of every movement is the only way we prove that our high-tech robots are saving us money in the long run. This is the control room. These digital dashboards let us monitor the entire operation from one place. We use a tool called the Balanced Scorecard. It reminds us that a healthy business is about more than just the bank balance. It's about looking at our performance from 4 different angles at once. This grid shows those 4 areas: finances, customers, internal processes, and learning. In the internal quadrant, we track robot efficiency and the layouts we just saw. We measure things like pallets moved per hour and how accurately our sorting system directs packages. In the customer quadrant, we track if packages are actually arriving at their global destinations on time. It doesn't matter how fast our robots are if the customer doesn't get what they ordered. The scorecard is the brain of the operation. It makes sure that our daily speed doesn't hurt our long-term financial health or our reputation with our customers. That's the big picture. Smart layouts move the goods, detailed costing tracks the money, and the scorecard monitors our success. When those three pillars work together, the challenge of moving goods across borders becomes our greatest advantage. You've seen the floor, and you've seen the data. Here is your hard hat. It's time to get to work.